Hello everybody and welcome to an update video. As you can see, I made a quick little sketching of myself in a anime style that is mine. And, yeah, I wanted to make this a update video, but also a opportunity to talk a lot about what's been going on with my life, some things that were, I already said in a comment, but I'm pretty sure a lot of people, you guys didn't see that. So back in, at some point, I forget now what point time it was. I think it was around Thanksgiving or Christmas, maybe a little bit before. I talked about how I'd got a job. And it was really exciting for me at the time, but it was unfortunately a job that ended up being a scam. Thankfully, I didn't get my information leaked or anything like that, but it was definitely very scary of a experience. I looked for other jobs. I've been still looking for jobs or something that fits my situation because my situation's relatively unique, I guess you could say. And, I don't really have opportunities to do that sort of thing. And the few skills I already had was creative writing. I also had, like information retaining and like just generally writing and art being my main skills that I had ever honed, and cooking and baking, but that's a side point. So I was looking into methods of making money online for starting up your own business, of designing or whatever, because I had seen freelancing was such a big, it's very competitive, and I know what I'm about to discuss that I went into is also very competitive, but I know it requires a lot of work and working hard, and I definitely do that. Not sure if you've seen by my videos of how many I can upload at a time, but yeah, I'm kind of addicted to hard work when I start to get going. Also, I wanted to mention that I am working on my manga. I got asked that question. And just for that person, I zoomed through making the, like, the front cover, just to make a front cover so that person could see, hey, I'm really working on this. I'm just gonna finish this up now. Because I had been thinking about a front cover for it for a very long time. I've also been thinking about certain things about my manga to break into more of that. My manga is a very long one, and I intended it to be that way. But I have decided to have not necessarily prequel, but a like starter for the story that I'm going to later tell that will have some explanations for it, because the last thing I want is people to just see a bunch of flashbacks or like zoom to this memory line, that kind of thing. It would not. There's a lot of things that state that, and I often jokingly call Inuyasha the anime of flashbacks. Despite how much I love that anime, my goodness gracious, it has a lot of flashbacks. So like, I don't want that to happen. So I'm trying to do that. And my biggest enemy is, of course, like any artist's enemy for making a manga that prevents me from picking up the pen is anybody gonna like it? Now, I've already said to everybody out there, do not let that be your enemy. It is the main destroyer of anything you want to do in life. Is, will anybody like it? At the end of the day, you just gotta love it. Because there's a lot of artists that make manga or make things, or people who make things in general, even if you're not an artist, who had either no skill in it, never trained a day in their life in that, but they were just like, you know what? I want to make this. And they did. And then they ended up being freaking successful and having a lot of money, like Oda from One Piece, who didn't even know how to draw. Yeah. The guy that made One Piece does not know how to draw. Well, at least didn't know how to draw then. And that's why his art was so weird, but at the same time, it can be all chalked down to art style and what you want to do. In my personal opinion, from what I've been looking at, it's not necessarily art that's important or how polished something is. What matters is the story behind it. if there's no story behind it, then you might as well chalk it up as, bad, I guess. Like, I mean, that's one of the things I absolutely love about the guy that makes One Punch Man and Mob Psycho. His art is really weird looking, but it's very stylized and honestly one of the most unique ones I've ever seen, even though he has issues with drawing if you look at his actual manga and stuff like that that's not polished. Um, it's just very inspiring to me that these people are able to do this stuff with a lot of limitations. Either, by skill or by, you know, knowledge or anything like that. So, I'm actually going to be working on my manga from now on, as also like not really a part-time thing, that's going to be more of a full-time thing, but I'm also going to be working on, um, the site that I'm going to be discussing, and I'm also going to be working on, videos, but I'm going to be working on videos not as much, but I'm just going to record them in like I said before, no, this year, New Year's resolution is no promises. So I'm going to be recording games to completion before they're uploaded. So if you see a game uploaded, that is because simply it's done. Like, Suikoden is done, it's scheduled, it's everything else. Link to the Past is done, but not scheduled. I still have to edit some of the episodes. As you can tell by my, lack of uploading yesterday, which sucked. I was so exhausted yesterday, I just, basically collapsed. It was just, I was really tired, so when you have animals and they like to lay on you and wake you up, yeah. But anyway, yeah, I'm working on my manga. You'll be seeing a picture of the front cover with, of course, my signature on it because I don't want anybody to take it or anything like that. I don't know if I'm going to be uploading any story bits until it's actually done and I have the copyright thing for it, because one big problem a lot of people have in the art industry when making manga is if your art is really good or very creative, some people will take that and they will use it in video games, or they will use it in other things or other media before it's copyrighted, and then, you're stuck there holding the bag like, huh? That's why any characters that you see me upload, other than the manga cover, that I'm going to be uploading to show everybody, so they can get an idea of the main character, I guess, and the rest of the characters, because I kind of drew a lot in there. If you can guess by that, the other things I've drawn on this channel have been basically bare bones ideas for what I wanted for the character. Like, I always was like, you know what, I'm gonna draw something, but if I ever need to improve it, it'll be ever improving, so I don't want to, if somebody does take the artwork that I've already posted on the channel, at least I already know that, that's not the full idea I had for the character anyway, but it's something that I really thought about drawing and all that. The manga page, though, a lot of those designs are set in stone, so yeah. That's going to be a little bit harder. But anyway, I am going to be working on that. I don't know how to get a publisher or anything like that. I'm not quite sure how to do it. I definitely don't want a webtoon. Absolutely not. That's just not for me. And also, I have an issue with too much detailitis. I add way too much detail into the backgrounds and stuff like that because I feel like that's necessary, but then I end up, really struggling for the first few pages. But I feel like the more detailed your manga is, the more people will see it and be like, hey, that's a lot of effort. I'm gonna, read that story. Because, for me, less about making money and more about I want people to read the stories I create. As many as possible. I would really like people to experience that in creativity, because I've really thought about making books and stuff like that since I was 5. That was always kind of my thing, and then I got into anime later when I was 9. So, yeah. Also, I just realized one ear is larger than the other on this character. Oh well. But anyway, I'm going to be definitely pursuing that. I don't really want to be giving a, description of things to come. I kind of wanted to make a 3-part series with this, before the actual main story of mine is done, even though each one is going to be relatively long. I even thought about making them into video games, but then I remembered that in America, at least, which is where I reside, RPGs are unfortunately not really popular here. Like JRPGs and stuff, which is really sad. Like, I feel like story games should be a lot more popular than they are. Especially RPG Maker games, but I guess I can understand some people's points with there being too many games with default assets and, like, weird stories that people aren't really that interested in for the price, because some of them are like $14, and that's too expensive. Case in point, Aviond. Aviond is a great game, but let me tell you, it's expensive, and honestly, not worth it after, like, the second game. So, yeah. Anyway, off topic. So working on my manga, I'm going to be coloring it, coloring the front of it today, and finishing up with it, and then you'll be able to see it. You can kind of come up with your own conclusions of where the plot's going to go based on it. I'd honestly be very, I don't know, I'd be very happy to see some people's conclusions on what they think the plot's going to start out like, or end up like, or be based on the character designs, but, yeah. I definitely will be working on it. I've actually got 20 pages-ish sketched, roughly. I don't know how many, I have to look up again how many pages are in a manga, but it seems to vary. A manga volume. And it's only me doing it, so it's a lot of work, but, you know, I'm just getting the schedules out right now for, like, the sketches and all that, and schedules for when I want to color, when I want to sketch that day, and things like of that nature, which are really important. I'm not sure if you know, but manga artists, they are not slouches. They are very hard workers, and some of them work like slaves, and they really should get a higher pay. A lot of the manga artists and stuff like that in Japan should get a higher pay, because they get less than minimum wage here for their pay. And yet, we all enjoy their content. But anyway, I'm off topic again. I just want to mention fully and thoroughly that the manga is coming. It's just that when I was talking about it originally, it was about my header manga. The one that's going to be the, main, like, I'm not really sure what you could call it, the big dog, the, you know, apex of it all. I don't know. I keep in mind the manga page, or the manga cover that I'm going to be showing you, and that manga, that is in the same universe. Just quite a lot of years before. I'm not going to say much other than that, just that it's going to be also very long. Like, I'd like people to experience a few different series, but you don't have to actually read the one I'm working on in order to enjoy the other ones, but, yeah, they're all going to be sort of blended together in certain time periods, and that's all I'm gonna say for that. I just hope you all really enjoy it, because storytelling is probably my passion in life, and, yeah, and art, I guess, second to that, because I like making art. I've always liked making art. I've been doing art since I was 5, with the intention of going in some direction monetarily with it, or making stories or something. Yeah, so I've always been preparing myself for this day. I've always been doing art. But I also wanted, by the way, if you're seeing that this video is already 14 minutes in and I haven't really discussed the main topic, yeah, I, just want everybody to know that, this is gonna be a little while. This is gonna be an update over a lot of things. Manga, my life, everything. So in one go. So yeah. This is gonna be a lot of things, so buckle up. So my manga, I've now discussed that topic. You're gonna be seeing a cover of that soon. And the pages will be coming relatively fast after that. I'm not gonna be posting them individually, but I will be, glossing over some of it. Um, for, uh, like, also, I was always tempted about making colored manga, but the only problem about colored manga is colored isn't as popular, I don't think. But also, the one thing I have about monochrome or black and white or black and gray and white is uh I don't know. I feel like people get hair colors, eye colors, and everything else mixed up, and that's kind of important for my thing, so I was always wondering about that. Printers also have a lot to do with it, but anyway, I digress. So anyway, the main discussion of this topic was the job thing. Okay, so I tried to get a job. It was a scam. I tried other jobs because my situation is I have to work at home. I can't go out and get a normal job, so I have to try to work at home. Thankfully, I have skills for that. Unfortunately, there's a lot of scams out there. I always knew that I was very good at designing and art and stuff like that, and people always told me, "Oh, you're so funny," or "You should put that on a t-shirt," or whatever. So I started to look into the print-on-demand business, which is what I'm discussing here. Now, one thing I was always a bit unnerved about and a bit on edge about was the GoFundMe, which will also be in the description. The GoFundMe, the one thing that I really don't like about GoFundMe's is it's you don't get anything as a viewer. Like you pay somebody, you give them money to get their item, but you don't you don't really benefit from that otherwise. Like it's a one-way street with the money. It's like almost like a charity really, except you don't really know the full aspects of it or anything like that. And I don't know. I just wish people would be able to get something for their money in a GoFundMe. Even in Pinterest, or not Pinterest, what am I talking about? Even in Patreon, you get something for your money. But with a GoFundMe, you don't. So I was considering switching over to Patreon and having some different things there. But then I was like, when I was making this print-on-demand business, I was questioning whether or not I should mention it because this is my first time doing it. And I don't want anybody to be, like, I don't know, my less experience, quote unquotes, to get in the way of anything like, I don't know. Like, I was just starting out and I didn't want to, like, I don't know, test drive that. I do know that the user of print-on-demand things that I'm using, which is the site, is normally meant for merchandise like this. It's meant for creators to give out merch for their business or their channel or their Twitch streams or something like that. It's meant for that stuff. This has become a job for me in itself. I have been working about 13-hour days for the last week. Which has been actually relatively fun. A lot of the work is just simply in the advertising, which is shocking and also not shocking. As you can see by the shirt my character is wearing here, that's actually a design that I created on the site. I will be showing some pictures, hopefully through editing magic, of some of the art that I've done on shirts and whatnots, for those of you who would be interested. I'll also be having a link down below for this shirt if you want this shirt specifically, and also this regular site. Like, I'll be selling pretty much everything, by the way. I'll be selling things from electronic stuff to, shirts to, like, literally bath mats, curtains, anything and everything. I will be a general store type shop. I will not be a niche shop, so it won't just be game stuff. It'll be other stuff too. Stuff you can give to your kids, stuff you can give to your, like, significant others, wives, husbands, whatever. Mothers, fathers, like, all that stuff. Like, you can give this kind of stuff to pretty much anybody, and that's what I wanted. I don't want a niche market that only, like, it only, like, goes to, like, one party. I want everybody to be happy with the products that I make, be it gamers, moms, dads, like, just generally everybody. And that comes to another point. If you have a design that you'd like me to do, so long as it falls within the terms of service agreements and, like, copyright, hopefully there's no copyright. If you have a design that you specifically want, but you also want to support me because this is currently my job, is making this stuff and making a business out of this. If you want, I will make a design for you specifically, and then you can have it. I'll make it the lowest price it can possibly be with me making a profit, so that you can get your thing with the least amount of money spent on your part, so that you get that for a good price. Because one thing about print-on-demand stores that I hate is the price. I get that it's kind of expensive to do that, especially if you're doing it in a large volume, but they are pretty expensive. So I've tried to tone down my prices a lot, for a lot of items, and only keeping the ones that I put as extremely high effort at a higher price, and the ones that it took me, a little bit of effort, but still a good bit of effort, at like a medium price, and the ones that are just like text logos to be kind of the cheapest. And stuff like that. So if you have a design in mind, so long as it's not from, like, anything that can be... I don't want to be sued, is basically what I'm saying. I don't want to be sued, so long as it doesn't fall into the sewage category, you're good. And I'll make it for you and everything like that. It can be any product that they list, which I will be putting in the description, by the way, if you want to see the list of products that you can be made on this thing. It is Teespring is what I use. The thing I like about them is you can have your own site and you can link it to people. So I was using Pinterest to advertise. And because I have no money to advertise, let's be real, that is one of the biggest things about companies everywhere, is that. I will also be doing relatively free informational things for people who want to start up their own business in soap or candle making, because those are two things that I have experience in, and I could give some people some, little advice that doesn't involve anything over a certain amount, because a lot of information out there is paid for, and there's just a lot of information out there that I think could have been free and could have been, just talked about for the sake of the consumer. Because here's the deal. In the end of the day, there's more than 8 billion people on Earth. If you're a soap business, you're not going to clean them all. I don't care if you think you're Dove or whatever, you're not going to clean them all. If you're a candle maker, you're not going to sell candles to every person on the planet. Like, there's a lot of things that people need to put into some perspectives and just focus on increasing your business, but not trying to undermine other people to get there. Like, I've seen a lot of businesses where they undermine small businesses to try to make their corporations large, and that's pretty sleazy to me. That's pretty not nice. I live in an area, thankfully, that supports small businesses. Like, you can drive down the street and there will be just tons of little pop-up shops and stuff like that, which is really great. It's good for business, for family businesses or anything like that, which I support as well. And indie game devs. Indie game devs for the win! But yes, I have this product. I also have quite a few other products. If you want to see them, I will be sharing the site. I do not know if I will be keeping GoFundMe. I will maybe be doing that if you don't like my products, which is totally fine, totally viable. If you don't like my products but you want to support me, you can just simply go to the GoFundMe. But, yeah, I wanted to have this as well when I started thinking about it as an option for people who want products, which, by the way, I will be uploading products pretty regularly. I try to keep it about 15 to 20 a day, so somewhere around that range I'll be uploading and checking and doing the descriptions and everything like that, which I still have to edit for some of them. It's a lot of work. But hey, that's a job. I mean, there's no such thing as a thing in this world that makes you money that doesn't involve work. Of some kind, be it hard work or, informational labor or something like that. But anyway, I digress. So that's another thing going on. Um, like, I'm still working on that one series that's going to be after Suikoden, which I'm actually running out of time for because it's the 7th right now. Not gonna say when Suikoden's ending, but let's just say that I'm running out of time. So I have about a little while to think about it, but at the end of the day, I wanted everybody to know what's going on. For updates, if you want to support me with having your own little thing that you can say I made, um, that's for you. I have a lot of products available, quite a lot, and I'm still working on it. I'm going into all the different things and seeing what things I can make, what things would be you know, cool to have. Um, I know I definitely want some of them, like the Game Over t-shirt that I'm currently wearing in this picture. But anyway, I wanted you guys to know everything that's going on if you wanted to support me, because this is technically my job now. If you don't have money to buy anything, I completely understand. Keeping in mind, do not feel sad or upset if you are not able to support me in any way. Because just you watching my videos or just having a good time, to me, that's more important. What's more important to me is you guys having a good time, taking the edge off the day, just sitting back, relaxing, enjoying your time, and, just knowing that, we're hanging out. That's good. That's fine. That's all I want. But like if anybody can support me monetarily, that wants to support me monetarily, you can support my now job by buying a product that I've made, or you can go to the GoFundMe if you don't like the products that I have. And as I said before, if you want a product that's specific to you, that you want, I can make it. I will make it, and you can have it at, I think, the lowest price that I can offer, with making like maybe 10 cents or a dollar profit from it. Just to support. I not only want to have my community support me in some ways, because, this is my job, and if you want to support me, then I'd like you if you supported me, but even if you don't, that's fine. But if you do, I would like to also support the community that I've created. So if you don't have that much money, or you really would like this custom product, because let me tell you, there's a lot of shirts that I wish were out there that had titles on them or things of such nature with certain phrases, that there's just none of them. Even though there's a lot of shirts out there, there just isn't one with that specific thing. So if that's like what you want, sure, go ahead. As long as it doesn't break any copyright issues or, laws, TOS, that sort of thing, I'm fine. But anyway, I wanted to make this relatively 30 minutes. I didn't really want to go over that, but I wanted to talk about things with you guys and express some things that are going on. Like I said, I will be showing that manga page for everybody, so you can see the front of everything, like the main page that you're going to be seeing when you look at the nice shiny manga, and everything else. It's going to be a little weird for me with the manga because I speak English. I'm relatively okay with Japanese, but it's going to be an English manga that will probably have to be turned to Japanese later, which is probably going to be strange. It will still be right to left like normal, but I'm still working on it. I'll be finishing up some pages to show shortly as well. Just like some simple stuff. And I will be doing that. Like I said, I'm the only person doing it, so it's going to take a while. So if you see me be like, hey, manga's doing well, thumbs up like the Terminator, but you haven't seen any updates on it, it's because it's taking a while. Because normally with how manga works, you have somebody there who can proofread things, you have somebody who can, check your design, or keep it straight, keep it, nice and consistent. The big thing is consistency. You don't want a character appearing with like a nice long hair and whatever, and then end up having a mohawk in the next screen. So you definitely don't want that. Consistency is important. Um, but yeah. So if you guys enjoyed watching, thank you guys so much for, continuing to support the channel and, just being here and chatting. It's fine with me. If you guys want to be hanging out, it's all good. Honestly, my main purpose for this channel is just to show people like a good time and just be yourself, be who you are, and be confident in that. And also to just have a good time and forget everybody else. You know? Like, I wanted to create a community that doesn't have to worry about rabid sharks coming out to get you, like the normal internet is. Like, I want this to be a fun experience for everybody, no matter who you are. And, like, I just really want that. That's my main purpose. And also, my other point is to show people games that I feel like are really awesome, but nobody knows about them at all. Like Suikoden. I was so glad to see that I had gotten like 5 or 6 subscribers off of just Suikoden alone, despite the fact that it doesn't have any views, which is hilarious. Like, I don't get disheartened by it at all. It's just hilarious because it's so underrated. Like, it is one of the most underrated games I've ever seen in my life. And, to see people really enjoy that, even, hearing, comments saying that they would love to try it out after the games that they're currently playing. That, to me, that shows that I'm doing the right thing. Like, seeing people be like, hey, I'm gonna play this now because I just gotten to see the thing and I had never heard of the game before, or I'd never seen the game before. And it's really interesting to me. It's really awesome to see that. Because to me, that feels like I've done my job. Because my job is to, one, make sure everybody's having a positive and great time, and laughing and having a good, just good spirits. The other purpose is to show people games that they've never played before, or seen before, or games they just might love, but never got around to playing it themselves. Or even seeing it. Because let's be honest, there's a lot of games out there and not everyone's going to play them all. So that being said, I wanted this to be an update video to tell everybody what's going on. If you wanted to support me, these are the places you can. If you don't, I'm totally cool with it. Literally, I see so many comments being like, oh, I feel so bad that I can't support you with the, like, monetarily, or I didn't give you any money this month, or I didn't give you money then, or I didn't give, like, really don't worry about it. Please. Like, I understand. You don't have to keep saying that, because I understand. Like, it's something that doesn't need to be said. Because honestly, I understand whether you say it or not, or do it or not. Like, I didn't make the GoFundMe or this site or this video to hold people down with like friggin' cuffs on a table, good bad cop style, and tell them you need to support me right now. Like, that's not what I want. Like, please, no. I'm not that way at all. Like, at all. I could really, really not care if you're going, like, here's the thing. If you're going through something, or you don't have very much money, I completely understand. Trust me, I'm there. I know what it's like to be there, and you want to support someone, but you can't, and, that grates on you a bit. But know in your hearts that I'm completely fine with that. Like I said, I just want you guys to appreciate and enjoy life and enjoy the videos that I create and have a good time, laugh about it, joke about it, build a community that doesn't have to resort to holding you down and being like, you need to do this or you need to do that. No. That's why I've always said, I do not like it when people say, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I do not like that. Because to me, it's like putting terms of service on a video for people to enjoy your video. Oh, I can only enjoy this person's video if I have to like, comment, and subscribe? Nah. There's so many people that I watch that I am a fan of that I have not subscribed to. I'm one of those people. And it's not because I don't care, it's because, quite frankly, I don't watch the people I am subscribed to, if I'm going to be honest. And some of the people that I'm subscribed to, it's like, you never know certain things about subscriptions or whatever. So it's like, maybe I'm not interested in that content right now. So maybe I'll unsubscribe, or maybe I will stay subscribed, or just not subscribe because that's, a seasonal thing for me. That's not something that I'm always interested in. Or maybe they uploaded a game that I'm not particularly into, and I'll either watch a game they've already done that I am into, or I'll just wait till they do. Like, to me, I don't know. I just don't think people should be forced to subscribe to anybody's video, or forced to, like or comment or whatever. I always have a saying. I'll like and I'll comment if I dang well feel like it. And yeah. To me, even though as much as I love you guys' comments, if there's some of you out there who you know who you are, because I don't, I'm just going to say that because you know who you are and I've never seen some of you comment. Don't think you have to. Like, I love chatting with people, and comments are some of my favorite parts of the day to read. But do not feel like you have to. Like, if you just aren't feeling it, you don't gotta. And if you do have something to say, you can just, write it down and then say it later if you want. If you have something to say, but you want to say it later. But, like, don't think that, if you're not feeling up to commenting or you don't want to comment, that you absolutely have to in order to enjoy person's content. And also, subscriptions, that's another thing, like, saying like, comment, and subscribe. When they started that, saying, I just thought it was very, I don't know, it's cheesy. And I was always like, you know what? If I ever make videos on YouTube, that is not something I'm ever going to want to say, or say it all at the end of videos. Like, it's just, to me, a fan is somebody who genuinely enjoys your content, whether they're subscribed to you or not, and they think about your content and think about you in general. Like, think about stuff you've made. A true fan is somebody who is with you, whether they're subscribed or not, comment or not, or whatever, but they still keep coming back for more content. Those are the true fans. Not the people who subscribe to you and then never watch you again. Not the people who, watched a lot of your content and then, I don't know, watch a lot of your content and then, not really drop off the face of the earth, but, I don't know. Generally, I think a fan is somebody who is thinking about your content or keeps you in their mind or wants to, watch occasionally. That's just it. A true fan is just somebody who's there. Not somebody who's forced to be there by subscriptions or whatever. But I'm going on a rant. I just wanted to get that out there because I've commented so many times on that, but I've never actually made a video talking about it. My opinions on that. Anyway. Yeah, like I said. So things to look forward to is the manga cover that's coming out. That you can see that. I still have to, clean it up a little bit and then color it and then affect it and all that, and then it'll be good for people to see. And then, nextly is the site that I've made where I'm going to be uploading things regularly, as well as uploading things regularly on this channel. I'm definitely going to be powering through a lot of this, because, generally, I just love doing a lot of things at once. I don't know why, it just makes me feel better when I have, a lot of content for you guys. I have a lot of videos. And if I still in the system that I did back then when I first started the channel, I would probably have around 2,000 videos if I could still keep that up, which was like 3 videos a day and 3 different games, and they were all long. That's one of the reasons why I'm in the sort of predicament I'm in right now with Final Fantasy 2/4, which, speaking of, I was kind of considering replaying the game over again on my own time and just farming till I get to the point that I need to be. Because playing it again and getting back up to the point where you last seen and then progressing from there, I think would be honestly a good thing. Because I think I'm extremely underfarmed for the final boss. Because I keep dying to it and it's just not working, and yeah. I definitely don't want to upload a video where I'm frustrated. Because there's a lot of people who love these games, and when you play them blind, it can be a little rough if you constantly go over, reasons why you think this is frustrating or whatever. Even if they're reasons that the person who loves the game might also agree with, it just gets grating on the ears if you're constantly in that zone of like, this is so weird, and why is there a weird thing here? But I can definitely understand that from being the side of Secret of Mana, where people say that the level curves on that are atrocious, when in reality, if you were to, fight enemies up to that point. So I really have no excuse for that. Like, usually in RPGs, it's generally a great idea to just kill things as you go. And some games, you have to really kill things as you go in order to get there, which, it's fine. So I'm going to be trying to do that. I'm thinking I might just replay that game. As for everything else, I'm going to be getting into... I'm going to probably spend into a schedule of a week on my site and a week of recording. And, like, stuff for the channel to get done. Just so that everything's nice. Though I might mix and match on some days of working on my site and then also working on other things, like, for the channel. Because like I said, I still have to finish the series that I was going to be up for Suikoden when that's done. Because that's going to be very important. Because as much as I would love to play Suikoden 2 right after that, there's a lot of people that are like, one RPG after the other, I'd like a little bit of a break. So we're going to go take a small break. For those people who might be like, I love RPGs, or I think I like RPGs, or I'm not very interested in RPGs, but this is fun, but I would like to have a break. It's going to be for you guys. Yep. And I kind of have an idea of what I want that game to be. But anyway. That being said, and also saying one thing, Suikoden 2 is like, might be my favorite of the games that I played with Suikoden, but I don't know. I love them all so equally, it would be hard to choose, but honestly, yeah. But anyway, I wanted this to be an update video. I wanted this to be a relatively long video, of a discussion video, for people watching. You don't have to watch this all at once by Lord Jove, or whatever they say these days. Or by Jove. I mixed like 3 things in that one sentence. But, generally, if you don't have to watch this video at once. This is a long video. It's meant to be long. Just watch it in parts. You don't gotta watch it in a marathon or anything like that. Which is kind of funny. I'm saying this at the end, which means you've already watched. Yeah. But anyway. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you all are having a great time. I hope you all enjoy the videos, and I hope you guys, are, staying positive and everything else, because, like I said, I want everybody to stay positive. Know that if you don't got anybody in your corner, I'm here, and I think you're the great. You're the best. You're the dogs bark. If that makes any sense. The dogs bark and the cats meow, huh? I wonder why nobody says the dogs bark. But anyway. If you guys enjoyed watching, I'm very glad for that. And if you guys like the things to come, I'm glad for that as well. But know that, stuff's coming. Be it my manga, everything else. I'm glad people were actually thinking about the manga, because, I hadn't really talked about it, and I didn't really see anybody talk about it, so I was just like, I'm just gonna work on it silently and get that done. But it's nice that people were talking about it and concerned about it, or just wanted to know more about it. But anyway, sorry if I mumble up a bit my words. I swear I speak perfectly good English on normal days, but when it comes to recording or talking about things like this and I get really long-winded, I tend to stumble on my words a lot, which I'm sorry about that. Normally I'm fluent and everything like that, but on this occasion I unfortunately stumble on my words, which I'm not sure if that's normal for long speeches, but yeah. Anyway, I just wanted you guys to know what's going on with me. If you want to support me monetarily by participating in this. Oh, I forgot to mention, crap. If you don't have any money but you would like to support me monetarily, or any way of supporting me monetarily, you can just simply share, like, stuff. You can either share the videos I've done, or you can share the site if you see a product there that you think one of your relatives or your friends would like, or somebody you know. Then just share it to them and be like, hey, I think you would like this stuff. And if they have the money to get something, then you're indirectly supporting me by doing that. Well, technically directly supporting me with that. Sort of. Anyway, my brain's kind of fried. I didn't get much sleep last night. I actually got woken up at like 3 in the morning, and I didn't get back to bed until like 6, and that was a short nap. So, as you can see, yeah, I'm a little bit wired. Thankfully, my voice sounds normal now. It sounded really weird this morning. But anyway. Yeah. So, again. Finals. I have such an issue with making it be like, this is the end of the video, and then, no, it's not. 10 minutes later, 20 minutes later, it's not the end of the video. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Take it easy. And I hope you guys enjoy my content and have a good time. Stay positive. Much love, and see you guys next time. Bye!